I basically just built the competition I wanted to do, and everyone seemed to love
Love it.
that. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it does lead into a degree of authenticity, and people really, really seem to appreciate that.
I want to bring Josh in the conversation a little bit more. Josh, how did you discover these guys and like what was? Tell me about the story that you're trying to tell.
Yeah, so I had a friend who was involved in Strongman, and like I've been doing like a little bit of a bodybuilding program. I just barely started, and so like was becoming more and more interesting to me. And my friend started posting these crazy lifts where he's like hauling giant rocks around, and then he's throwing up these huge like the circus dumbbells, like where the grip is not like a traditional barbell grip. It's like I don't know, guys. How wide is the
so
diameter?
probably.
Upwards of 3 inches for the men's.
And that's like
Wow.
that's hard to grab onto if you're hurling around 150 plus pounds of, because the grip is different. And so I'm like, what is this? And so I started asking him questions about it, and I went to film, a little mini documentary, kind of like a little, just to peel back the layers of what Strongman was. And we bumped into Connor and Jenny at this competition. And so my wife was asking him questions, and then we ended up connecting later. And Connor's like, if you guys want a good story, like Athena's Arena is it. And so we started asking questions. We had phone calls, and we found out that like what they're building is more than a space to compete. It's more than a place to build muscle and build strength. Like the elements and the personalities of these people, Connor and Jenny, are coming through in everything that they do. Acceptance of who you are, acceptance of where you're at, and just building upon it. Like plant where you're grown, and so or grow where you're planted rather. And like that to me was like, this is really unique, right? Like these people are making a safe space for people that maybe don't fit in or whatever, as the world would see it. And then I started going to these competitions with them and start bumping into all these giants, superhuman people, and
Yeah.
they're all pretty much the same, gentle
Same
giants.
person.
Like they're all like the most intimidating from a stature point of view, but like they're just
The
softies,
sweethearts. Yeah.
sweethearts. And I'm like, this is so interesting. And so that to me is what really drew me to the story, as well as the
What
personalities.
one of the I gotta tell you, Josh, one of the things I love about what you're saying is like, so I'm a musician. And so in order for me to understand something, I have to understand it well enough to be able to write music about it or do something musically about it. And it sounds like like you're doing the same thing. Like I'm interested in this strongman thing, so I'm gonna go and do a documentary so I find out more about it. I just think I just wanted to point that out. That's pretty cool.
I think people get lost in like the facade of whatever they're doing, and they don't look at the people and the stories of the people that are
Yeah.
moving it forward, right? And so like I've been interviewing a lot of their athletes, some of the women that are going to nationals, and every one of them without fail has attributed their success to some degree to the support that they received from Connor and Jenny. And they're like, when we want to quit, they're there cheering us up. When we have a bad day, they're there for us. Like one lady, she mentioned that like her daughter had one time tried to commit suicide.